Today we're making raspberry swirl bread in the Artiste mixer. This is a perfect recipe for Valentine's Day, so save it if you want to make it. The first thing we're going to do is add in 1 cup of warm whole milk. And then we're going to add in a 1/4 cup of sugar, some instant yeast, about 2½ teaspoons. Add in 2 cups of flour, add in 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon of salt. Now we're just gonna mix it on about speed 2. Slowly just add in little pieces of the butter. And remember, the butter should be softened. I'm gonna add in the rest of the flour, but I'm just gonna kind of feel out my dough and add however much I feel like it needs. Okay, so I think we developed a pretty good gluten structure there. As you can see, we have a nice little window pane there. While we wait for the dough to rise, we're gonna head over to the stove and we're gonna make some raspberry filling. I have a 1/2 cup of granulated sugar, a 1/3 cup of brown sugar, about 2 teaspoons of lemon juice, and then we're gonna use about a 1/4 cup of butter. I have 10 ounces of raspberries. We just want our stovetop on low. We don't want it too hot. We want them to just be able to simmer. I pour this into my little glass container here. We're just gonna take that and go put it in our fridge. It has been an hour, so we're gonna check on our dough. And as you can see, it's doubled in size. Basically what you're gonna do is roll it out like it's a cinnamon roll. And we're gonna be putting our raspberry filling on top of it. It doesn't have to be perfect. And now we're just gonna roll it up just like a cinnamon roll. I'm gonna stretch that end out. Make sure we don't lose any of that jam filling. Now we're gonna prep our bread pans. So I have my 2 Nutrimilk enamel cast iron bread pans. I also have our brand new bread pan slings that go perfectly right into these cast iron bread pans. They make it so easy to be able to take out your bread after it's baked. I'm gonna take my bench scraper and I'm gonna cut this in half. Just start twisting. I'm gonna take this side and twist it over like that. We kind of want those to be seen. And then we're gonna go again and twist it over once again, and then probably one more time. Then I'm gonna take those 2 ends and we're gonna just squeeze them together, try to get them combined. Look at that, that is stunning. Okay, so now we can put that into our bread pan. And then we're gonna let these rise for about 30 minutes until they rise about 50%. Our bread is almost done rising, so I'm gonna quickly just whip up our cream cheese glaze. And so starting off, we're gonna take 4 ounces of cream cheese. So it's about half of a cream cheese block. Now we're gonna add in a 1/4 cup of butter. And don't forget that both of these are softened. And we're just gonna mix that together with my whisk. So now that that butter and the cream cheese is combined, I'm gonna add in my powdered sugar. There's about 2 cups of powdered sugar in here. Also gonna add in our vanilla extract. There's about 1/2 teaspoon in there. And then we will mix that together again. I have about 4 tablespoons of milk in here. It's whole milk, and it's gonna make it more of a glaze-like texture. And there you have it. We're gonna put this to the side. Now we are gonna take our loaves and we're gonna bake these at 350 degrees for about 35 to 40 minutes. So we're gonna take these beauties out. So these have been cooling off for about 10 minutes now, so they're ready to be pulled out. Look how easy that is to pull it out. There's no tipping it over upside down. Look at that, that is so beautiful. Look how gorgeous. It is so pillowy. Look at that swirl.
Did you make this?
Yeah, I did.
Shut up, man. This is good.
I'm gonna cut Jim a piece.
Thank you. We just had multiple people come and eat it, and we barely have any left. So if that doesn't tell you how good this bread is, I don't know what else to tell you, so.